part one of this entry into the RevYouth Shorts video blog, we looked at the call to hang in there and to trust in our faithful God, even though circumstances might appear to be difficult, and even though circumstances may cause us to feel like nothing's happening. In order for us to do that, we need to value God and His word to us higher than everything else in our lives. And that can be a pretty difficult thing to do, if we're honest. Only recently I was really struggling to do this. We've recently had our second baby, and during the pregnancy we found out that he was lying in the breech position. In other words, he was lying the wrong way round, and so the plan that my wife had for giving birth was not going to happen because you had to have an emergency C-section. And I just remember leaving the appointment at the hospital that day just feeling so deflated and so disappointed for my wife, really, that the plan that she had wouldn't happen. The midwives had told us that it's very, very rare for a baby to turn around and get back into a normal position when you're so far on, so far advanced in pregnancy. And so their words had really left me thinking, you know, this is the way it is. There's nothing's going to change here. And over the course of a few days, and just seeing my wife being so faithful in this situation, I was really challenged that this was one of those times when I hadn't been valuing God and His word as top priority in my life. The very knowledgeable, correct words of the midwives was what was getting the top priority in my life. I was just listening to their words above everything else. And I felt really convicted by that, because God's word should be higher than anybody else's word in our lives. His word, which says in Mark 9:23, anything is possible for him who believes. His word, which says in Luke 1:37, that nothing is impossible for God. These incredible statements of God's power and God's faithfulness are His word. But I'd allowed another word to come in on top of that, the word of the midwives, and they'd rightly given us this advice. I repented for placing my trust in their words instead of in God's, and as a family we prayed for this situation. And we were incredibly blessed to see that even in the late stages of pregnancy, the little baby turned around and my wife was able to have a safe delivery. So in order for you and I to hang in there, even through the tough circumstances, we need to place the highest value upon God and upon His word in our lives.